Hello and welcome to another episode of Bad at Golf, my fellow bad at golfers. Today we're at the White Lake Oaks Country Club. It's pretty close to my house. It's one of my favorite courses. It's a small little county course, well maintained, really good golf cart paths, electric golf carts. The greens are the fastest greens on any golf course that I play around here. The only downfall of this course is, like I said, it's a little course. I want to say it's like 5,700 yards or something like that. It's not very long. I'm a 14 handicapper. I'm always trying to break 90, but could a 14 handicapper break 80? After the bogey on the first, we're stepping up to hole 2 on my 5th shot. And this hole slightly doglegs left, but about halfway down the fairway rises up about 25-30 feet. So here I'm bringing out the big stick. Everybody likes hitting the big stick. I hit a really nice drive. It cleared up to the top of the hill, left side fairway, which gives me about 155 yards out with my approach shot. If I remember correctly, I was hitting an 8-iron there, pushed it off a little to the side. This camera view doesn't do it justice. It's a steep uphill climb, and the pin was only about 15 feet from the edge, so I short-sided myself. And I am not the greatest putter, as you can see, so I picked it up for bogey. Hole 3, short par 4, 259 yards. Even this old 50-year-old fat guy can drive the green sometimes when I hit a good one. Drove the green here multiple times. I have multiple eagles, but my very first eagle ever on camera was here on this course. I think it was the year before last. Almost hitting from the exact same spot here. I sunk it from 60 yards out that day. Today the drive was a little off the toe. It didn't go very far. Pushed it a little off the edge. Chipped past the hole, so now I'm putting back. Everybody knows how that is. And again, not the greatest putter. And miss and end up 3-putting, picking it up for bogey. Hole 4, the first par 3 of the day. This hole is protected by a lot of woods on the left, and it's down in a valley, so you don't really have to worry too much about the wind here. 164, 165 to the middle. I typically hit my 7-iron. And I hit my 7-iron today, setting up to hit a good shot. And no, I thinned the hell out of it. It hits front left and spins off to the side. It is pin high, but 20 yards out. Again, trying to worry about the speed of these greens, trying to chip it on and leave it close. And I have a great chip from this bad at golfer. Put it within 3 foot, but my putting's so bad, anything 3 foot or farther, I'm putting because I'm gonna miss. As you see, I miss, tap it in, pick it up for bogey. Here we are at the 5th hole of Bad at Golfers, and we've went bogey, 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 bogey. When I first made my golf channel, I was gonna name it Bogey Golf, but there was multiple channels named Bogey Golf, so I settled on Bad at Golf because, technically I'm bad at golf. I'm shooting for bogey every single hole. 1 over for every hole is typically my handicap. So at the end of 18 holes of golf, if I'm 18 over it or anything under 18 over, heck, I thought I had a great day. Sorry if you hear some dogs barking in the background. My neighbor's dog is a Doberman. She's a sissy. She won't come within 20 foot of you, but she's got the biggest freaking mouth of any dog I've ever heard. That's the reason why I call her Freya Face. She just won't shut her face. After getting our first par of the day on hole 5, we step up to hole 6, and it's our first par 5. This is my second or third eagle ever was actually on this hole. I didn't get that one on camera. It was a really good drive, like 260, left me like 200 out, and hit a 3-wood to the green and was able to go in from eagle from there. Here I hit a decent drive on this one, leave myself 200 yards out. I'm planning on just laying up. I'm like hitting a 5-iron, which generally goes like 180 to 190 for me, and I pured this one. Didn't feel it. It went off the club like butter, and I hit a 200-yard par 5 pin high on the other side. Chipping here, and all I got to do, I'm chipping here for eagle. And here goes the chip, and I duff it. It doesn't go anywhere. I laugh at myself. Then I'm pissed off. That was for eagle. So yeah, let's throw the club down. Get out the putter, the flat stick. Yeah, I suck with the flat stick. Putt it for birdie and miss. Leave it with a couple inches and pick it up for the ugliest frickin' par ever in the history of golf. After starting off with 4 bogeys, I've now had 2 pars. So let's keep this par train going. Hole 7, par 4. For some reason, I love the trees on the left. I always go into the trees on the left on this hole. I don't know what it is about it, but I do it. I did it again here. Land in these trees. Now, unfortunately, here, that little tree in front of us is very close. So I'm hitting a 5-iron, back with the ball back in the stance, just trying to keep it low and roll it to the green. And I did really, really well. It rolled a little too far. It rolled onto the front of the green and all the way across the green to the back. So now I'm chipping back again. Leave myself 50 foot away. And with the chip, did a decent job with the chip on this one and put it within just a few feet. Putting for par here, 5 feet out. I'm thinking, okay, here comes a bogey again, but I actually put the putt in. Hole 8 is another par 3, 128 yards to the middle. I'm typically hit my pitching wedge here, and the pin was located just behind the bunker on the right-hand side today, as you see from the graphic there that I put up. And I wasn't sure if I was going to go pin seeking, if I was just going to try and put it in the middle, but I know my pitching wedge will carry 120, and that bunker, is the end of it's like 110. So I hit a really decent pitching wedge, pulled it a little bit, but it cleared the bunker perfectly, landed within a few feet of the hole. So here I am 15 feet out, just trying to get it close, get it within a foot or two, keep my par train going. Hole number 9, another par 4. This one, as you see on the graphic, it goes a little right and then comes back left. I don't know how I did this with this drive. I topped it, I spun it, I don't know. It took off good, but then the ball spun directly down and rolled off to the left edge of the fairway. It didn't go very far, barely 200 yards. Left me 211 out, slightly downhill or slightly uphill. So again, I'm hitting my 5-iron. I pured my 5-iron hole 6, as you've seen, and it went, over 200 yards. That's what I'm hoping for here, of course. I hit a good one and didn't get quite there. It was a little tiny bit short, but I'm Texas wedging it. Your worst putt is going to be better than your best chip as an amateur. I putt it, leave it within 6 feet, so I'm thinking bogey again, but this putt goes into and I save par. Starting the back 9 here, hole 10, short par 4, dog legs right. The back here is way more technical than the front. Club selection and so forth. I'm hitting a 6-iron here because the layup at the curve is like 150 to 180. I chunked the hell out of it. Didn't go very far. I think it barely went like 120 yards. Left me to the really close to the right there, where the dog leg is. This shot I hit really good. It stayed low and it rolled. I think I even had a Chem Carpathian in there. And it rolled short of the green, 50 feet, chipping up, and the chip was good, but it went long, left me 30 feet out. Typically, I don't hit putts more than 3 foot. I've hit a couple, and this one, 30 feet out for par save. Hole 11 is the longest par 3 of the day, 185, 190 yards to the middle. Hitting my 5-iron again, trying to let up a little on it, hoping it don't go no 200 like it has the last couple times I've hit it. And I pull this one hard, goes through the tree to the right, gets knocked down a little bit, leaves me 40 foot out, but I've got to keep it low underneath this tree, so I'm just trying to do a burner, just a worm burner, keep it to the ground. I did it perfect. It worked out perfectly. It actually did better than I thought it would do. Left me right on the fringe, so putting here and kind of leave it close because it's falling left to right, and leave it close enough that I go pick it up for bogey. Hole 12 is another very short par 4. Once a couple years ago, I drove the green with the driver here, so now I'm always hitting the big stick trying to re-drive the green, even though the safe play is to lay up. I hit a really nice, straight, good drive. For a minute, I thought I was going to have another Kim Carpathian, but ended up a little short. It was a good drive. It was like 250, 260. Chipping in, I towed it a little bit, so it went really short and, or not high, and went long. Pushed me 20 foot behind the flag. Putting, falling left to right downhill, and I did a really nice, decent lag putt. Left it with about 1.5 feet, picked it up for par. Hole 13 is the hardest hole on the course. It's got a hard dog leg right, as you see on the graphic. Layup is 150 to 190, and it dog legs right, and you got to go over a pond. I'm hitting my dreaded 5-wood here. I tend to push or slice this one, but I hit a really good strike right down the middle, still leaving me more than 200 yards out. I'm hitting that nice 5-iron. Got to go over the pond, see if I can get it towards the green. I hit a good 5-iron again. It was a little short and left me about 20 yards out, chipping up. This green is a very hilly. It's got a weird apex to it, and I'm putting up. And the putt wasn't good, left me 5 foot. Do you think I can make this? I don't. And leave it short, picking it up for double bogey. Hole 14 is the second of 3 par 3s on this back 9. It's 134, 135 yards. Depends on the day, depends on the wind, to where if I'm hitting a pitching wedge or a 9. Believe I was hitting a 9 that day, and thinned it, took it long. This camera view doesn't do it justice, but there's a little hill that drops down about 2 foot. You'll see the ball disappear, so I was worried about that. And I left it perfectly, good chip, left it within 3 foot, but it's not a gimme with my putting. So I go to hit the putt for par, tap it in for par. This par 5 has got a hard dog leg right, and you're about to see the ugliest drive ever, or the ugliest drive of the day. I didn't even shot trace it. About 80-90 yards up on the right is the forward tees, or the ladies tees. My ball hit the tee marker, or the box marker, and reflected off back. So the drive only went like 110 yards or something. It was horrible. But par 5, you can make up the distance on your other shots. I hit a really, really good 9-iron here, put it to the edge of the turn, and leaving me 160 out, and I pured a 7-iron, put a 7-iron just to the left of the green, or the left of the pin, flag high, putting back over, but still put it really close, and tap it in and save par. Here we are on the last par 3 of the day, 167 yard par 3. Depending on the day, I'll go between my 7 and my 6-iron here. Let's hit my 7 here, towed the hell out of it, put it to the left of the green, 50, 60 feet away. Practicing the chip because I'm still kind of going uphill, even though I am fairly pin high. And worried about the chip because my buddy just chipped one from about the same spot before me, and he put it like way over the green. I ended up doing a decent chip, but it still rolled to the other side, and Texas wedging it from the fringe. Let's see if we can keep it close. put it really close, and go over there and pick it up for bogey. Hole 17 here is a 371 yard par 4, around 200 yards, that goes down in the fairway and then into a hill and then back up to the green. I hit a decent drive. I think it was like 220, 230. Ended up right side of the fairway. And from here, I left myself about 150 yards out. I've got my 7-iron. Just trying to get it to over the valley to the top of the hill there, roll it up on the green, and see where we can go from there. But I chunked the frig out of this one, and it only went 40 or 50 yards. And so now I'm hitting my 52 degree, 100 yards to the middle, and I pull this one hard right. I had to yell 4 right to the people on the 18th tee box, and it landed just short of the tee box, over on the other side of the cart path. I'm chipping over the cart path back to the 17th green. A nice chip with my 60 degree wedge. Leave it with them 15 feet. So I'm putting 15 feet for bogey right now. Putt, it rims. I leave it close, pick it up for double bogey. Hole 18, short par 5, but it dog legs left and then dog legs back right around a swamp and a pond. So it's a very hard hole with shot placement. I'm hitting the dreaded 5-wood that I tend to slice to the left, which worked out perfectly on this one. I hit a Chem Carpathian, and the ball bounced and went a good 230 yards. Now that's where my battery died on my GoPro, so I didn't get the second shot. And I noticed the battery was dead on the third shot here, and third shot and left it within 12 feet. Putting it up there and 3 foot back, but you know, on my putting this, I gotta putt it and putt it in for par. So at this point, I'm finishing the round and entering the scores on my golf watch, and that's when I realized I shot an 80. 1 stroke less here or there, and I would have broke the 80 mark at a 14 handicap. I've only done it one other time before. Typically, I'm always trying to break 90, and I'm consistently breaking 90 now. So maybe someday I'll have to change the golf channel from Bad at Golf to Good at Golf. But that's our round here today on Bad at Golf. 14 handicapper, breaking 90, almost breaking 80. Thanks for watching. See you next time.